My name is Anthony Rivas. I'm from Washingtonville, New York. I used to go to Iona College at one point, and I dropped out, got my real estate license, and been doing that for the past 4 years. And now I'm about to finish college, gonna get my international business degree in Southern New Hampshire University. Yeah, I'm just all real estate. How I found out about the program, everything came to me through YouTube, and I found Joe Crump, and I was listening to all the different aspects and all the different ways of how you can get into real estate, and it was really interesting because the lease option never crossed my mind as a realtor. I was really mad because of the amount of money I could have made the past 3 years doing this. I was like, come on. And then, there's other ways subject to as well. That's a huge thing, and that's definitely a long-term investment for sure. And I just got into it and really started learning everything about what he's doing. And I was like, I got to get into this program and I got to learn everything that he knows. My best deal, first deal, and how it went about is he spoke to me about how he was trying to sell his property, and he overpriced it. Honestly, I thought he overpriced it. As a realtor, I'm just thinking the comps were just off in this property. So, and it was in an area that the value is just going down, and they're going to be doing a lot of work to it anyway. So I was like, look, man, how about I just help you do a lease option? And he never really understood what a lease option was. So I explained it to him, and he was just like, let's do it. I'm down. Let me sign the memo. Let me sign this one-page thing, and let's move. And so as soon as that happened, it took about 45 days. I put an ad on Craigslist to gain, lease optioners, buyers that are interested. And there was a few here and there, but soon enough, I got this family that literally meshed very well with the area around there. And they're really nice people. And so they wanted to put a down payment right away. They put a down payment right away. We got them to get an inspection, everything. They didn't care. They just needed to just get a place right away. So they were very motivated to move. And so me and the seller, which was the realtor as well, we split the fee 50-50. And so made $5,000 out of it. Pretty easy. Getting the seller to sign the memo was the easiest thing, honestly. And then after that, I just took photos. I did what I had to do. Got the place advertised it through Craigslist, through Zillow, through every aspect you can imagine. And I was getting calls left and right, like, let me know more about it. Let me know more about it. People wanted to know more about it. They went through the property, and honestly, not many people were interested in it because the area and the neighborhood, the block, like, the street was just potholes everywhere. It was like a roller coaster ride going through that place, So, it took me like around 50 days, and I finally got someone. It was awesome. So being consistent with it and getting more deals and getting things done, for me, I believe the main thing is having that. Like whenever you're speaking with sellers, I feel like it's very important to have that tonality, like as you speak to them, like not being a salesman, because I'm so used to being the realtor in me, that I have to try to sell people to want to buy a home, and it's just like it doesn't work. So like to be consistent and getting more leads, I have to really much follow up a lot more. I would say top 3 things for sure: follow up, your tonality, and making sure you're trustworthy and you let them know and understand exactly what it is that they're signing and getting into, and making them understand every aspect of their options. That's definitely like huge, because if you can like give that type of value to them, they'll want to work with you every time. As a real estate investor, so my goals for we're in October, so the next 3 months, I would say, getting my systems in place, because what I want to get into, this is a great thing, the lease option, but there's so many ways of getting into real estate. And right now, for me, what I'm trying to do is expand and partner up with as many people as I can. I really want to mainly just build a business, really get it up to where I need to be, because I'm only 24, I got so many years ahead of me, so it's just going to be really cool for me to, give my mom what she really deserves, This is a story I tell everybody. My mom, she came here from Dominican Republic. She was an immigrant. She came here when she was 20 years old, She's awesome, and she just got her citizenship. I was born here, born and raised Bronx, New York, and then I moved up to Orange County. And the thing with her is that she's always worked her whole life, and now it's like all she's doing is just working just to provide for me and my brother. And it's like it's my turn to provide for her. You know, that's definitely my main goal, is just really having her like having her set for sure. Doing this full time is my thing. I want to be a real estate investor all throughout my life. Mom tells me, my friends tell me all the time, like, you know, you're really good at talking to people. So it's like real estate and people. That's all it is. You know, just properties and talking to people. We're meant to talk to people at the end of the day. We're meant to interact with each other. The most appealing thing about doing this full time, I would have to say, you can schedule your own time. You don't have to worry about not one person telling you, hey, come and do this, go do that, go to the bathroom when you're done finishing this. Like, I'm literally at my house and I'm just calling people, hanging out, and like I could go anywhere too. All I need is a Wi-Fi, my laptop, my phone, and I could go anywhere I want. The way I automate my business and how I'm doing things right now, I have like a whole system where I got my CRM. I got my own phone database, so whenever somebody calls, they don't call my actual number. They actually call like the software database, and it goes straight into my phone. They calls straight into my phone, like I'm just picking a regular phone call. And then after that, I have my CRM up and running on my app, or if I don't have my laptop, on my phone. And like right now, I have my cousin. Like I said, he lives in Florida, and I have this guy Darius. He lives in Texas. And so we're working together, and you know, I have leads coming to them. They take the calls, and then after that, if they make something happen, we split it 50-50, and we just keep it moving. You know, joint ventures are always good. What I hope to get out of this event is really understanding the system that he has in place as far as the software, and really getting a lot more leads coming in, because you know, New York's nice and all, but like imagine like I could be in New York and I could have deals flowing in Florida, Texas, California, all throughout the U.S. Like I have my own LLC. I have like 3 right now, and I'm gonna be dividending up. Like one LLC is mostly for flipping, so you know, because I'm getting so much cash flow from lease option or from wholesaling, gonna have that. Then after that, I'm gonna branch that money to my other LLC and get some more long-term investments type thing, because you get taxed differently, you know. So that's my main focus, is just really understanding how he systemizes everything, so I can better systemize my own thing. And once I do that, like I know I'll be golden. What type of advice I would give to someone who's just starting out in this business? Be yourself, one. Definitely be yourself. Like no one can change you. Stop acting like you need to be somebody you're not. Definitely grab get yourself an LLC. All right. Once you get yourself an LLC, you can do a lot of stuff, and that's just something I didn't realize when I was young. You know, you could do a lot of tax write-offs and all this different stuff, but definitely the main thing is just be yourself. Find your why, and like I know that's cliche, but really like find your why. Like once you find your why, you could really push yourself to your limits, and make sure you have a mentor. As cliche as that sounds, honestly, find yourself a mentor that's gonna really help you out and make you understand the business. Yeah, be yourself, focus on finding a mentor, and figure out your why, and you know, learn the way, and don't be afraid of failing. You're gonna learn so much from failing. Make mistakes. It's all good. You don't have to be a real estate investor for the rest of your life. Like, you know, you can use this money towards whatever you want to do in your life. Like, if you want to be an event planner and you don't have the funds to have your own venue or whatever, then do real estate investing, make some money, a lot of cash. Use that cash towards getting yourself a venue. You don't have to do this forever. You don't. Like, you can systemize it, you can automate it at some point, and then soon enough you could branch out and do whatever the hell you want to do in your life. You can do all these different things in your own time, and you don't have to worry about trying to get business. You already have business coming in, and you could just enjoy yourself and have fun with it.